Okay, we're going to move from addition to subtraction, and I know you know how to do subtraction, but now we're going to throw in some regrouping. Today I'm going to introduce you to some tools that we can use to kind of show place value. So what you're looking at right here are ones. They're just one little piece. But if I take 10 of them and I line them up next to each other, you see that I get this rod. Okay, and this is it's a tens rod, so it's equivalent to 10 or 20 or 30 or 40. And then if I lay 10 of those next to each other, I get a flat, which is worth how many? If I have 10 tens, it's 100. Okay, so one of these flats is going to be worth 100. Okay, so that's how we can show place value with our markers. Okay, you can see that I have one flat, which is 100, and then I have two rods, which is 20, and then I have 4 ones. So my number here that I've represented is 124. Now if I want to subtract, let's go 15. If I want to take away 15, okay, how am I going to do 4 minus 5? I can't do that, can I? So I'm going to have to do some tricks to get to that point. Alright, now I've replaced one of my rods, so I moved it up here. One of my rods is now just 10 ones. So what I can do is I can take all of those ones and just move them over. Okay? So if I had those initial 4, plus 10 more, how many ones do I have now? I have 14. So I'm going to change my number a little bit here. So I have 14 ones now instead. And how many tens rods do I have? You'll notice it right there. How many did I have? Now I'm left with 1. So I'm going to take away 1 from here. Okay? So now I have what looks like 14 minus 15. But can I take 5 away from 14? Let's try it. So I have my 14 ones here. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've taken that many away. How many are left? You should see 9 left. So on my paper I'm going to put 9 are left. Okay? And then if I take away 1 from 1, can I do that? I can. So I have 0 left. And then remember, this is an invisible 0. Okay? So if I have 1 minus 0, how much do I have? I have 1. So my answer should be 109. Okay, my next problem is I want to have this many minus 65. So I want you to take a second and figure out how many this is. You should have decided that it was 352. And I want to take away 65. So see, I have my 3 hundreds, my 5 tens, and my 2 ones. And I'm taking away 65. But you'll notice in my ones column, can I take 5 away from 2? I can't. So what am I going to have to do? Think for a second. You should have decided that I need to take one of my tens and exchange it for some ones. So I'm going to take my 1 away, and I'm going to get 10 ones. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So now I have all 10 extra ones. Okay, so now my job is to take away 65. So I'm going to start with 5 ones. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've taken my 5 ones away, and they're gone. Now I need to take away, so let's see here. What I did was I have now one of my tens became 10 ones, so that became 12 ones. So then I subtracted 5, and I'm left with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 12 minus 5 is 7. And then I was left with 4 tens. Now can I take 4 minus 6? I can't. So what do you think I need to do? If you said that I need to change some of my flats to rods, you are correct. So I'm going to do that really fast and then we'll be right back. Now you'll see that I've changed my flat to rods. So can I take these and move them over with all my others? You betcha. So how many rods am I left with now? We have 10 plus my 4 is 14. Great. And now how many flats do I have left? I have 1, 2. So I need to go back and change that 3 back to a 2. Okay? And now can I take 14 minus 6? You betcha. 14 minus 6 is what? Well, let's do it. I have 14. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 4 and 4 is 8. Okay? And then how many flats did I have left? I've got 2. Can I do 2 minus 0? Sorry, you can't see that. 2 minus my invisible 0 is 2. All right. So as we get going, that's what we're going to be working on, is that subtraction. Okay, let's do one more example before we're done. So if I start with 315, and I'm going to subtract, what if I do 126? Okay, clearly 300 is larger than 126, so I know it can be done. But if I start here in my ones and I see that 5 is less than 6, so can I take 6 away from 5? If you have 5 fingers, can you take 6 away? We can't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break apart this 10. And so I'm going to take it away from there and I'm going to move it to become 10 ones. So I have 10 ones. So my 10 plus my 5 actually becomes 15 ones. Okay, so then I can cross this off. So then I have 15 minus 6, which is what? Should be 9. And then I come over here and I have 0 minus 2. Can I take 2 away from 0? I can't. So I can do the same thing by breaking apart one of my hundreds, one of my flats. Okay, so I'm going to take 1 away from there. It has to be 1 less. And I'm going to add those 10 rods over here. So now I have 10 rods minus 2. What's 10 minus 2? It should be 8. And then can I take 2 minus 1? Right. So what's 2 minus 1? It becomes 1. Now, to check our answer, all we have to do is add these two numbers together and see if we get 315, because we started with 315. So if I put 126 plus 189, I should get the same answer. So what's 6 plus 9? It's 15, so leave your 5 and carry your 1. 8 plus 2 is 10, plus 1 more is 11. So leave your 1, carry your 10. I have 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. It checks out. We have 315. Alright, that's all I had for you on this video. I know that's a lot of information and a completely new skill for most of you. So we'll do lots of practice and lots of reviewing with that. But I wanted you to see why it works, which is why I showed you the base 10 blocks, those green blocks, to show you that when we take away from 1 and we add 10 to another category or another place value, we're really just moving those pieces to a new spot. We're not taking away or adding anywhere. We're just merely moving them. So this week we'll do lots more practice with that, so don't feel uncomfortable, but come with your questions on Wednesday for our video.